Future Mila here. If you don't already know, this is the second part of a filet crochet series where I make my own top after learning how to do filet crochet. If you want to watch the first part where I learned filet crochet, you can go ahead and click over here to view that. But yeah, let's get on with the video. So now that I figured out filet crochet and I'm much more comfortable with it, the next step is making something for myself with these newfound skills. I figured the next step would be for me to just browse some things on Pinterest and figure out what I wanted to do. And so I did some sketches of some possible tops I could make, and I ended up settling for like a bolero that is short sleeved. I'm happy with this item the most, and I think it's the thing that I would probably wear the most. So I created a pattern on Stitch Fiddle after just like kind of creating a test square and everything. And then I figured I would just try and test out the pattern by making one panel of the front, and this is what it turned out like. I'm not super happy with it, and I'm definitely going to restart, and I took some notes about the pattern as well, so I'm glad that I did that. I just noticed that it turned out like way too small. It was too short. I think the hook I used was a little too big too. I should have used a slightly smaller hook, but I feel like those were all good realizations in the end, and I'm glad that I tried out a trial pattern. Also, the design of the filet crochet that I made just didn't come through. It was supposed to look like Lily of the Valley, but I feel like when I look at it here, it looks more like a swan or something similar. I don't know. So now what I'm going to do, now that I know those mistakes, is I'm going to redo the pattern so that it fits on a bigger size and start making my bolero, hopefully. Okay, so some time has passed and I have finished one panel of the vest, but I don't like it. I've literally restarted this vest so many times. This is what it looks like. As you can see, there's like a sort of Lily of the Valley pattern that I made as shown in my Stitch Fiddle pattern. And the thing is, I do like it. It's just that one, I'm not going to have enough yarn to finish it. So I'm thinking that I need to supplement with another type of yarn. And then two, it didn't end up being wide enough. I used this cardigan that I'm wearing as reference, and it ended up being a lot thinner than the cardigan. My issue is just that I don't have enough yarn, and I don't think I'm going to have enough yarn if I decide to make the adjustments of making it bigger and things like that. So I'm thinking of supplementing with this salmon colored yarn. It looks really bright and it is kind of obnoxiously colored, but I think that if I supplement it in the filet pattern, you'll be able to see the Lily of the Valley more clearly. So I'm basically just gonna have to redo all the work that I did, unfortunately, and just try again with the new yarn that I'm supplementing with. And hopefully doing it like that, I'll have one, enough yarn to finish the project, and two, you'll be able to see the design more clearly. My only qualm is that I just don't really like this color, and so I'm thinking maybe I should supplement with a different color, but I don't want to have to buy yarn because I already have so much, so I'm struggling. I don't know what to do. I think it'll turn out okay though. I'm just gonna try it out and we'll see what happens. Guys, thankfully I found this really cute brown yarn that I had. I already knew that I owned this, but I was saving it for another project, but I figured this project was more important. So I decided that I would swap my colors around and have brown be the main color and then pink be the supporting color. And I think this looks really cute. I actually really like this color combo, and I think it's more likely for me to wear too, which is really important to me. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to finish this panel and it actually is the right size, looks good, and I can finally be done with this bolero. But I'm going to finish this panel and check back in with you guys, and hopefully it will look good. Manifesting, praying that it will. Guys, I hate to say it, but I am once again restarting. I don't think I've started and restarted a project this many times ever in my life. I'm pretty much just restarting entirely. I'm scrapping everything I've basically done. The pattern, the yarn, everything. I think using two colors was just a little too ambitious because when I tried the color switching, as you guys saw, there was just this weird patterning going on. I don't know if you can tell, but the issue is that basically each color block is made up of 3 to 2 stitches, and so sometimes those 3 stitches would include a brown stitch, and sometimes those 3 stitches would include an extra pink stitch. So essentially it would just make it so that lines weren't very clean and there would be areas jutting out when there aren't supposed to be, like here. And I'm almost certain that's not because I'm making a mistake, it's literally just how filet crochet works. I did some research and it doesn't seem like filet crochet is typically even made with multiple colors. This was the only image I could find of an example, and I think in that example for all 3 stitches they use one color. I tried to do like 2 colors and then 1 of the base. So I just feel like, you know, I tried my best, but I'm going to scrap and just restart. Because I am restarting, I figured now I am not limited to the confines of such a small amount of yarn, and I actually have this old yarn that I got a while back in this teal color, and it's perfect for filet crochet because it's so thin. And I decided I would either make a tapestry or a top. Basically, I'm gonna make it a tapestry either way, but I might turn the tapestry into a top if I feel like it. Honestly, I'm just kind of done with this project and I want to finish, so there's no promises, but I'll definitely make the tapestry at least. This is the pattern for the tapestry. I use this red bar to keep track of what row I'm on, and I think it looks really cute. If I do decide to turn it into a top, it'll be like a really cute summery top. If I don't, then it'll just stay as a nice tapestry. And again, I think this yarn color works really well for this like floral spring-like theme, I guess. I am pretty sad about all of my work in this piece going to waste, but thankfully I did not cut any of the yarn, so I can just unravel this and pretend like nothing happened. I've actually already started on the new tapestry, and already I feel like you can see the pattern way more clearly because not only is the yarn thinner, but it's also such a bright color that basically with any dark background behind it, such as my hair for example, you can clearly see the areas that are supposed to be dark and the areas that are supposed to be gaps. I feel like I wasn't getting that effect with this brown yarn or with the pink yarn. So finally something is going right. Hopefully I can finish this honestly pretty quickly and check back in with you guys. Okay guys, it is now multiple days later. I honestly can't remember what I was talking about the last time I spoke to you guys, but I finished the flower pattern. This is what it looks like. I think it looks really cute. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I'm a little bitter because I just restarted the old version so many times, but if I had just started with this from the very beginning, I would have finished much quicker because this did not take me very long to do at all. Now what is taking me a while to do is actually the back of the tank top because I'm trying to figure out where I want to have it be tight or loose or whatever to make sure that the design is still visible on my body. Overall though, things are finally looking up. I don't have to constantly like restart or redo something, which is great. This is what the back is looking like. As you can see, there's parts that are wider than others because I wanted the top of the tank top to be narrow and the bottom of it to be wider. So yeah, honestly all I have left to do is really just finish the back, sew the pieces together, and then figure out if I want to like what I want to do with the sleeves, basically whether that's going to be a tank top or if I'm going to make it short sleeved or something like that. I'm not super sure yet what I'm going for. I also think I might play around with the neckline. Maybe I'll do a sweetheart neckline, I don't know, but yeah, we'll just see, we'll figure it out. Okay, so last time you saw me, I got quite a bit done. So I was talking about how I was doing the back of the top. I ended up finishing that. It took me quite a lot of trial and error to do, but I got to finishing it finally. And then it came to doing the straps or sleeves. I wasn't sure what to do yet. So I took quite an unflattering photo of myself and then put it on my iPad and kind of drew different sleeve variations. I thought about maybe making it a halter top, making it just a normal cami, giving myself like cap sleeves. I drew a bunch of different options, but in the end I liked the cap sleeve option the most. And so I just tried on the top and I put in little clips of where I wanted the sleeves to be, and I just crocheted them following a tutorial. I honestly kind of fudged them a little bit. I didn't completely follow the tutorial. I kind of clicked through it and I was like, oh, I get the idea, and I just did it. But now I have the final product. Here it is. Let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty happy with it. I like how the sleeves turned out. I think that it's nice that you can see the design too. I decided to keep these side slits open because I felt like when they were closed, it was too hard to see the design. I love the way it looks with a dark cami underneath, but I think it looks nice with a white one as well, or a t-shirt or something like that. And yeah, overall, I think I'm just pretty happy with the final result. I'm also very happy to be done with this project because it just took me way too long to do. I'm definitely excited to be wearing it during the summer, maybe on the beach or something like that. I like how airy and flowy it is. So overall, I would say this was a success despite all the trials and tribulations. If you guys would like to see similar videos to these, like trying out new patterns or crochet styles or making my own clothes, I'd love to know. And comment down below if you're working on any crochet projects or any creative projects in general. If you've had as much difficulty as I have with this one. I don't think I ever had to restart a project as many times as I did with this one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't already seen the first part where I learned filet crochet, you can click over here to view that. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!